Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV with some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of November 10, the Standing Committee of the Bronzo People Council held the regular meeting in November. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Bronzo Party Committee, Chairman of the Bronzo People Council, chaired the working session. The meeting was to comment on some content submitted by the Bronzo People Committee and the Office of the National Auxiliary Delegation and the Bronzo People Council to the Standing People Council on the number of tasks and reparation for implementation from here to the end of the year.
At the regular meeting, the Provincial People's Committee submitted a proposal to develop regulations on the content, the level of victim support, and the work of supporting victims of trafficking in the province. As a result, the victim support activities include verification, reception, rescue, protection, and psychological counseling for the victims of human trafficking. And these activities will be supported by the implementation cost for approximately 1,200,000 Vietnam dong per case. On the victim side, there is a proposal to provide food and money to purchase clothing and personal living items, and the victims are also encouraged to study the culture, learn a trade, and receive assistance with train tickets and food on days when they wish to return to their place of residence. The estimated direct support cost for one victim is 7,470,000 Vietnam dong per person, and the fund comes from the local budget. The Standing Committee of Provincial People's Council has agreed to the policies and has come to some suggestion for the Provincial People's Committee to continue to complete the content of the report. Also at the meeting, the Provincial People's Committee submitted the registration contents to submit to the year-end meeting of the Provincial People's Council, including the 24 resolutions and 14 reports of performance in the fields of the Provincial People's Committee. The specialized committees of the Provincial People's Council also actively considering and verifying the contents of the Provincial People's Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, on November the 11th by International Portuguese, the Central Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association, the Department of Foreign Affairs of the Ninh Province, warmly welcomed the Cambodia-Vietnam Friendship Association delegation led by Mrs. Samdech Mem Samong, former Deputy Prime Minister and Vice Chairwoman of the Cambodian People's Party, Chairwoman of the Cambodia-Vietnam Friendship Association, led the delegation to visit Ninh Province to attend the joint conference between the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association and the Cambodia-Vietnam Friendship Association. Accordingly, the joint conference between the Central Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association officials took place on November the 12th at Sunrise Hotel of the Ninh City to evaluate the results of activities between the two associations in 2023 and the directions for coordinated activities in 2024. Exchange experiences in the people's friendship activities between the bordering provinces, carrying out the business exchanges, business clubs of the two associations, and contributing to consolidating and further strengthening the friendship between the people of Vietnam and Cambodia in the new situation. And also within the framework of the joint conference program between the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Association and the Cambodia-Vietnam Friendship Association, on the afternoon of November 11th, leaders of the Ninh Province led by Mr. Võ Đức Trong, Standing Vice Chairman of the People's Committee of the Ninh Province, has guided the delegation of the Cambodia-Vietnam Friendship Association led by Mrs. Samdech Mem Samong, former Deputy Prime Minister, Vice Chairwoman of the Cambodian People's Party, President of the Cambodia-Vietnam Friendship Association, to visit the Ba Đen Mountain Tourist Area. Informing the delegation, Mr. Võ Đức Trong, Standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, said that currently the province identified tourism as one of the three economic pillars besides the industry and high-tech agriculture. And at Ba Đen Mountain National Tourist Area, many items invested by Sunrub are also put into operation with the impressive highlights. In particular, in 2023, the cultural activities, stars, festival events, etc. will regularly be held enthusiastically at Ba Đen Mountain Tourist Area also, associated with the creating local image and building the culture. of Taynin people, and Taynin people also have contributed to promoting the image of Taynin to domestic and also international tourists. And ladies and gentlemen, according to the resolution approving Taynin provincial planning for the period of 2021 to 2030, Vision to 2050 issued by the Provincial People's Council last September, the socio-economic development perspective of the Taynin province must be based on 7 important pillars. Firstly, a focused, balanced approach between economic, social, environmental factors adjusted with the policy tools, closely combining economic development with cultural construction of the social stability and environmental protection. Secondly, set a long-term vision and affordable and highly flexible roadmap aiming to join the knowledge economy by 2040. Thirdly, improve the capacity and efficiency of public administration and build a strong political system. The government is constructive, honest, dynamic, and dedicated to serving the people and businesses. Actively transform digitally, build e-government, promote administrative reform, and improve the investment environment. Fourthly, build a green Taynin step by step. Prepare human resources, infrastructure, and policies to carry out the process of attracting capital and technology, shifting labor from agriculture to industry and services. Fifthly, reduce the dependence on resources and develop true efficiency. Sixthly, proactively enter the market, actively build a precision local product brands, promoting a circular economy with the high added value and promoting e-commerce also, exploiting export markets associated with the new generation free trade agreements. And seventhly, closely combine the socio-economic development with ensuring national security and defense. And also, according to the resolution approving the Taynin provincial planning for the period of 2021 to 2030 with a vision to 2050, the plan for regions, 4 driving forces, and 1 social security board, of which Region 1 includes Trang Bang Thao, Goyao District, and a part of the south of Yim Yao District, and which is the pervasive industrial and service urban development area connected to Yao Ting Lake and with the high-tech agriculture. In particular, the development center of Region 1 is the triangle of Trang Bang, Phước Đông, and Goyao. Region 2 includes Taynin City, Hoa Thanh Town, the western part of Yim Yao District, and a part of the eastern part of Châu Thành District also. Region 2 is the main administrative, cultural, educational, medical, tourism, and service center, followed by supporting industry and processing and high-tech agriculture. Region 3 includes Tân Biên District, Tân Châu District, Western Châu Thành District, and Northern Bến Cầu District. It is an agricultural development area gradually developing social security and ecotourism services in the areas of Logos Samat, Hoa Hoi Forest, and Vam Kodong River. The plan also identifies 4 driving axes based on the connecting arterial roads of the province. 1 social security belt is planned to be associated with the highway along the border, with inter-regional connection with the Mekong Delta and the Central Highlands region.
On November 9, the delegation of the Ministry of Education and Training had a working session in Taynin City on primary education. The delegation was led by Associate Professor Dr. Hoài Thu, Deputy Director of the Department of Primary Education, Ministry of Education and Training. The delegation expected implementation of the 2018 General Education Program and teaching English, IT, and technology in primary school, were to strengthen Vietnamese for any minority student, implementation of the primary school library program, the work of educating students with disability, and recognizing the universalization of primary education in the city. The Congress discussed and listened to opinion of school units about difficulties in primary education according to the 2018 General Education Program, as well as solution in the coming time.
And according to the statistics, currently the number of people aged 60 and over in the province is more than 174,000 people, accounting for 15% of the province population. As of November this year, the whole province has over 144,275 elderly people participating in health insurance, reaching for 83% of the total number of elderly people, of which the largest number were social protection subjects with about 21,500 people. while the rest were social protection benefit carriers, the people who belong to multi-dimensionally poor household, poor household working in agriculture, forestry, and fishery, with an average living standard and poor household according to the province poverty standard. The people with meritorious services and relatives are the people with meritorious services and veterans, and those who joined the resistance war against the French and the U.S. Notably, the percentage of health insurance coverage for the elderly in the province increased by 2.4% due to the province-specific policy. That specific policy is Resolution number 45 of the People's Council, which has supported an additional for 30% of health insurance premiums for the people in near-poor households, and support an additional for 70% of health insurance premiums for the people in households working in agriculture, forestry, and fishery with an average living standard, and support for 100% of health insurance premiums for the poor households in the province. And in addition to the state support policy for renting health insurance cars to the elderly, there are also many organizations and individuals who join hands to continue and contribute and participate in providing financial support to give the health insurance cars to elderly people with disability and difficult circumstances who do not have the conditions to participate in the health insurance. And according to decision number 1516 in 2022 of the Provincial People's Committee, promulgating the plan to implement the National Action Program on Elderly in the province for the period of 2022 and 2030, the province is striving to achieve its goals in the period of 2022 to 2030, and in the period of 2022 to 2025, 95% of the elderly will have the health insurance cards so that the elderly will receive better and better care. Recently, Mr. Lim Huang, member of the party's Central Committee, Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, and Chief Representative of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, co-chaired the online conference to implement the plan of national action to transform the food system toward transparency, responsibility, and sustainability. From March of 2023, the Prime Minister issued the decision approving the National Action Plan to transform transparent, responsible, and sustainable food system in Vietnam until 2030 with a view of implementing system transformation is the most basic and important task in ensuring national food security and demonstrating Vietnam's responsibility for food security in the region and also the world. Transforming the food system is associated with the developing ecological agriculture, improving competitiveness, enhancing resilience to shocks, contributing to enhancing reputation and building agricultural product brands. Vietnamese industry, the goal is that by 2030, the rural residents' income will be about 2.5 to 3 times higher than in 2020, and the rate of poor household in rural areas decreased by an average of 1 to 1.5% per year. The rate of the families which serve a moderate food insecurity is below 5%. Concluding the conference, Minister Lim Huang affirmed that the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development of Vietnam will develop a food partnership project and organizations and technical working groups to consult with the partners and completed the project submitted to the Prime Minister for approval. Assign units under the ministry to carry out tasks in the action plan. Each task will have one local unit and develop detailed action plans for each task. So ongoing programs and projects at your unit. And ladies and gentlemen, after we reported at the end of October 2023, the road Group 9 of An Lộc Hamlet, Anchor Commune of Châu Thành District, was seriously degraded in many locations, causing the difficulties for the people in circulation and traveling around this place. And up to now, these locations have been leveled and paved with a kind of forced stones by local authorities to make it easier for the people to travel. As previously reported, the road Group 9 An Lộc Hamlet, located in An Lộc Hamlet of Anchor Commune, Châu Thành District, has a length about 2,200 meters, and the beginning of the road borders is DT 788. The end of the road borders the main west canal and seriously degraded in many locations. I hope this road will be completed as well as before so that the people can travel easily, especially the children going to school so that it does not fall or get muddy. And responding to feedback from households living along both sides of the road, at the end of October 2023, talking to reporters, the Anchor Commun People's Committee said that the local government has organized a campaign to mobilize people from each household for 300,000 Vietnam dong or more. The businesses in the area also contributed the funds to patch the road, and the People's Committee of Anchor Commun has rented machinery for drainage ditches, landfilling and paving stones at the broken road so that the people can circulate smoothly. However, the route of the Group 9 Anglop Hamlet was about 90 households, including Group 9, Group 10, and Group 11. And in 2017, the Commun People's Committee proactively invested in leveling, and by 2022, the Commun People's Committee requests a policy to use excess savings to repair the end of the road. Because it is an area where the people live on agricultural production, the need to transport agricultural products is very large. On November the 10th of 2023, the reporter returned to the above routes to record the situation following the local direction, and accordingly, in the heavily damaged locations, the stones also were poured and leveled so the motorbikes could easily move. It's not as difficult as before anymore, however, because this is a red dirt road and it has been raining continuously for the past few days, the muddy situation is still there. Anchor Commun People's Committee has also sent a report to the Department of Infrastructure of Economics to ask for capital from the district to patch it up next year. In response to the people's petitions in a short time, Anchor Commun People's Committee has carried out patching and repairing broken roads so that the people can travel smoothly in the last month of 2023. And in the long term, we have to wait for the beginning from Châu Thành District People's Committee.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cultural exchange program between the Union of Friendly Organizations of Southeastern Province and City expanded with the consulate of countries in Ho Chi Minh City took place in the province on the morning of November 10. Under its laws, but left many good marks, contributing to tightening the friendly relationship between province and cities in the southeast and country and territory around the world.
Meeting is exchanging information, and let's learn about the culture of ethnic groups, regions, and countries through cultural performances, which are activities of the cultural exchange program between the Union of Friendship Organization of Southeastern Provinces and Cities, expanded with the Consulate General of countries in Ho Chi Minh City. The bird sling and chorus melodies of the duet of the 16-string zither, a bamboo flute, combined with the dancing performance introducing of Thanh Hoa ceramic bamboo flute display by artists from Union of Friendship Organization of the 9 provinces, and Chai Dam drum dancing performed by artists from Union Friendship Organization of the Ninh Province, or the flexible movements of coconut shell dance performed by artists from Consulate General of the Kingdom of Cambodia in Ho Chi Minh City, has shown the audience in the exchange colorful cultural picture of the region and countries and territories. The success of cultural exchange activities between the Union of Friendship Organization of Southeastern Provinces and Cities expanded with the Consulate General of countries in Ho Chi Minh City brings many meanings and raise values of open up and many future prospers to the comprehensive development between the Vietnam and countries and territories around the world. It can be affirmed that the people's foreign affairs and the cultural exchange activities between the Vietnam and countries and territories in the world in general and Union Friendship Organizations in the Southeast region with the Consulate General of countries in Ho Chi Minh City in particular plays a very important role in strengthening mutual understanding, promoting friendly and cooperative relations between the people of the countries, and thereby promoting the image and enhancing Vietnam's position with the international friends. And ladies and gentlemen, the final night of the MCK Talent Research Program Season number 5 of 2023 will take place on the evening of November 12 at an radio and television station, especially at the theater with this. It is also an opportunity for 17 child contestants to shine. And during the practice sections with the organizing committee and coaching staff before the final night, although the children were very focused and listened to the instruction, most of the contestants also were worried and nervous for the competition night.
Dạ, chỉ
There is only one day left until the final round of the MC Kid Talent Contest. Inside, I am very nervous and scared, but my parents encourage me and the coaching staff practice for me, and I will try to do well in the competition. My feelings are actually a bit worried, and I'm really looking forward to tonight so I can show my breakthrough. I will also practice more because I see that when I practice, I still feel a bit shaky. In order not to disappoint the judges and my parents who encourage me, I promise that I will perform a very good performance tonight, and I also hope to win a high prize at the final round. The children all have one thing in common. They are nervous but equally excited for the final competition night. And so during the practice and editing process, the organizing committee and coaching staff created the most comfortable conditions for the young contestants to fully demonstrate their talents. Besides, the parents are also the most special companions for the contestant, and with the correction and suggestion from the coaching board, the parents can also thoughtfully advise and try to help the children become more confident. And currently, the young contestants continue to practice for their performances at the final night, and with the hope that its performance is a gift for the audience who love the show. This promises to be an emotional competition night for this year, searching for MC Kid Talents season number 5 of 2023.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.